In the main event of UFC Fight Night 239, Tybura delivered Tuivasa his fourth consecutive loss with a first-round rear-naked choke. It was the win Tybura needed after dropping a bout last July to the new interim champ Tom Aspinall. But who's next is a tricky question. It was a fast and furious fight, with Tuivasa getting the upper hand early. The hard-hitting Australian had Tybura bleeding and diving for a leg almost immediately. But it turned out that's all the pole needed. He took his back, sunk in the choke, and Ty went out. And in the first fight on the main card, Meerschaert submitted Bryan Barberena with a face crank in the second round. It won't get him a shot at a title, and it won't even get him a main event, but it did earn him a little slice of history. Meerschaert's 11th finish equaled the great Anderson Silva with the most finishes in UFC middleweight history. It has to be said that most of Silva's came in title fights against the best of the best. But a record is a record, and Silva is about to be surpassed. There was no fight of the night awarded at Fight Night 239, but there were 7 stoppages. From those, Tybura, Macy Chiasson, Jafel Filho, and Jacqueline Amarin were each awarded $50K for their submissions. In other UFC news, the middleweight champ Dricus Du Plessis is willing to consider a rematch with Sean Strickland for his first defense. But he'd rather fight Israel Adesanya, so he's thrown it out to the fight fans. Since this is a spectator sport, what do you guys think? Strickland or the Style Bender? Asked DDP on Twitter. Just for the record, it makes absolutely no difference to me. The result will be the same. Currently, the vote strongly favors a title rematch with Strickland, who DDP beat by split decision for the belt in January. Before that, Strickland won the belt in September of last year when he outpointed the two-time champion Adesanya in a bout Strickland only got because Du Plessis was injured. A bout for DDP in South Africa against the Nigerian-born Israel Adesanya would be huge, but Strickland has some rabid American fans, and a rematch to bring the title back to the States would draw money, so this could go either way. And in a surprise batch of news, UFC Hall of Famer Jose Aldo has decided to come out of retirement. The featherweight GOAT announced his departure from MMA following a unanimous decision loss to Merab Dvalishvili at UFC 278 in August 2022. Since then, he's gone on to score 2 wins and a draw in boxing. The King of Rio will return to the octagon for UFC 301 in his hometown, where fellow Brazilian Alexandre Pantoja gets set to defend the flyweight title against the surprise contender Steve Erceg in the main event. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.